Everyone, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I'm here to share a masculine Valentine's Day card that I made for Tina, who is Crafteegurl here on YouTube. She's going through some really difficult times. Her grown son, Pablo, passed away in early December from a tragic accident, and she's going through a mourning process as Valentine's Day approaches. And she's just asking folks to make her a Valentine's Day card that's actually for her son. I knew I wanted to participate and just let her know that I'm thinking about her and praying for her and her family. And I thought I would go ahead and try to make a masculine Valentine's Day card, which is not easy, as you might think, just because typically I think we do a lot of feminine cards here in this crafting community. And also, I've had some issues with arthritis in my hands the last several days, and it's typical, I guess, when you hit your mid 40s to have arthritis here and here. So I haven't been able to do much Copic coloring or watercoloring or anything that requires more fine motor skills. So I thought I would do a card with just a lot of die cuts, and I pulled out some of my favorites, that some of which are new to me or that I haven't used before, and others that I've had in my stash for a while. So the first that I used to really inspire all of this was this Neat and Tangled Heart of Gold die. It's this kind of fractured die cut, and I really love that. And I die cut that out twice on using black cardstock. And then I wanted to use these feathers. These are dies, the coordinating dies that go with the W+9 fanciful feathers that I bought from a D-stash last year but have yet to use. And I thought die cutting them out of some gold foil cardstock would be fun, just to add some sparkle and just keep it neutral so it could be masculine. But I also wanted to see if I could do a little upcycling. So I took this packaging of some Godiva chocolates that were part of a holiday gift basket that my hubby and I received, and I die cut the word love and these feathers from some of this packaging. And that was an idea that I picked up from the frugal crafter, Lindsay, and I think it came out great. This is really sturdy, really thick cardstock, and the dies work beautifully on them, and it adds such a great shimmer. And I love the fact that I was able to do a little upcycling, and it added great shine for no cost at all. Then I wanted to have this sentiment, sending lots of love, and I didn't have a stamp that had this sentiment, obviously, and I could have just printed it out on my printer, but I thought using a little bit of vellum and some heat embossing might add some nice shine and a little extra interest here. So what I did was I took my Memento dual marker, I took the fine tip side and just wrote out sending lots of love, and then I used some Recollections clear embossing powder over top of that, and it adds a great shine and just a teeny bit of dimension on that sentiment. And then for the love, I actually used a Little Yellow Bicycle. It's the set that has love, laugh, and smile, wherever that is here. And it's a 3-word die set, and I use the love here so that the sentiment reads sending lots of love. And I thought with the feathers, I could, tie it in with the sentiment by adding some small little hearts. So I used the little tiny hearts from the Lawn Fawn Stitch Journaling card die set, and I just cut 3 of them out from a little scrap of red foil cardstock that I had in my scrap box. I just used a little bit there and glued those on. And then lastly, I used some sequins from my stash. I had large and medium-sized ones, and then really teeny tiny ones. And to glue those on, I used my favorite wet glue, the Art Glitter glue that dries clear. And then over top, to cover up the little holes, I used some Recollections ebony glitter glue. I don't have a Stickles in black, but that Recollections works great. And I actually did 2 coats of it because these Recollections glitter glues tend to dry more flat, and they don't seem to have as much glitter per, liquid amount. So 2 coats of that were perfect to cover up the holes and add some extra shine to those sequins. And then for the card base, I just used some plain red cardstock, matted it with some black cardstock, and then I had a scrap of this beautiful Good Old Sport Graphic 45 red plaid pattern paper that I had in my scrap box. And that's it. Inside, I kept it simple. I used some more scraps, some more of that plaid, a little bit of black, and then I had a tiny bit of this diagonal stripe cardstock, just a little tiny strip of it. So I thought I would add just a teeny bit on the top and bottom here, and I'll write a little note to Pablo and to Tina. And that's it. I hope you guys will take the time, if you can, to participate in Tina's challenge and let her know that you're thinking about her and her family in these difficult times. I hope you all are having a wonderful crafty day. Thank you so, so much for watching.